Hey, this is Leo Durocher from 91.5 KSU, and this is my interview with Daniel Allen and Brian Harris from the Vegabonds at Hangout Music Fest in Gulf Shores, Alabama. So, before we start, introduce yourselves. What are your names?
I'm Daniel Allen. I sing and play guitar for Vegabonds.
My name is Brian Harris. I'm the drummer.
So, how did y'all two meet?
We met at a party one time, man.
Yeah, we
house party.
Yeah, so I was in a band and he was in a different band. It was college. We met school at Auburn in 2008. I think is when we actually met. Then the guys I was playing with, Paul and Alex, we started talking about, we wanted to kind of start a little side project. And I saw him sing in a battle of the bands, and he wiped the floor with everybody. I was like, we should get him to sing. So, yeah, we met at a party. Yeah.
We had mutual friends, and we didn't know each other. We met at this house party. And he got my number and called me up at work one day. He's like, "Hey, you want to come jam?" Well, hell yeah, let's go.
So Daniel, who got you into music as a kid?
Got me into music.
And what were you listening to?
Well, so I started playing music at church, and so I guess it would be my cousins that played before me kind of got me into music. And then at the time when I started playing, I was listening to Dave Matthews and Dashboard Confessionals, which once I got into college, that morphed into...
I saw Dashboard with Jimmy Roll last year.
Nice. Yeah, they were one of my favorites in high school. And
hands down, they're definitely really good.
Then that morphed into... I'm a big Kings of Leon fan. And nowadays it's country. I'm a big Eric Church fan, so I'm all over the board. Love the classic rock too. Tom Petty, Led Zeppelin.
So how do you merge rock and country whenever you're playing?
Well, I always say, I'm from South Alabama. I'm from Dothan, Alabama, South Alabama. So I can't get away from my accent. Yeah. So it's just going to be country, whatever we play.
Yeah,
because I'm singing it.
So just play rock and roll, and you just sing over it. And it's Southern rock.
But then as far as it being country and rock, I think the lyrics have a lot to do with the genre and the style. And so, like I said, I've gotten more into country here in later years. So more of the singer-songwriter stuff, where it's lyrics about how you grew up and what you do and how you hang out instead of straightforward just rock and stuff.
Well, I think some of your people now is Isabel and Sturgill and I think you really got into that for a while, the singer-songwriter.
Yeah, Sturgill and Chris Stapleton.
Now, Brian, who got you into music and what were you listening to?
Man, what got me into music, my dad was a drummer, and then my brother was a drummer, and I wanted to play saxophone. But he was like, dude, you should play if you're good. And I started in the band. Man, my first show was probably when I was 13. It was really just my family. But I grew up playing all different genres. I was in hardcore and a punk band, but I always I like rock and roll, my Zeppelin and stuff like that, Bob Seger. So it's really that's kind of when we first started playing. It wasn't hey, what are we gonna sound like? The first day I was like, this is our sound. Yeah,
So being from Alabama, what does it mean to get asked to come play Hangout, arguably the biggest festival in Alabama? What does it mean?
Yeah, man, we've been waiting to play Hangout for many years. I don't know when it started, but we were
I think 2010.
2010? That makes sense.
Blues played 2011 and then they played 2015.
Okay, so makes sense. So we were coming down to Gulf Shores playing at Floribama. During that time, we started 2009. So 2010 we were down here and we were like, man, that's the festival. That's the one we want to play. And here we are, 13, 15 years later.
Well, we did play the Hangout. It wasn't the festival, but we played the bar. Yeah, I remember it was with the Candidate and somebody else. But no, it's cool to come back home. We're based in Nashville now. Started in Auburn in 2009. So he's got family out there and we've got friends. So
I was about to say, who sparked the move to Nashville?
We were the old guys in Auburn.
Yeah, it's we got to get out of this college town, man.
We were 24. We're we got to get out of it.
Eventually, we got to grow up, guys.
Yeah. So we moved to another town that's not growing up.
Yeah.
So when y'all record, how does it work? Does one of y'all send it to the other band, to the rest of the guys, a song?
It's always been different for us. Now we've kind of got a formula where it's because we don't live together anymore. When we were younger, we all lived together in the same house, and we would you know, it would be kind of just a free-flowing thing. But now, since we live separate, a good formula we have is I write a bunch of songs. I don't get married to the music necessarily. It's just like writing out verse, chorus, the structure of a song, and then I'll just have lyrics loaded, ready to go. And when we vibe on something musically, I'm like, I think I have something to sing over this, like ready to go. So that's kind of been our formula over the past 3, 4, 5 years.
Also, we'll do a thing where we'll go in the studio with literally nothing and one fight. We've done it with Grady Spencer and then our buddy Sam, which we'll release that later this year. And we wrote 2 or 3 of those songs in the studio.
Yeah, writing in the studio is fun.
But as far as like the Vegabonds, yeah, he'll have lyrics loaded, or we'll get together and just kind of jam something new or something, and just kind of snowballs from there. So,
So is the home studio yet? Like you built a studio inside your home? Or
No, we record our records in Atlanta, and so our producer Tom Tapley has his studio there, and we love working with him, so we don't mind traveling to go to Atlanta.
You go where he goes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, him and Miles. I mean, him and Miles, man, they're just a part of. Like, I feel like they're just a part of this band, man. When you walk in, and it's like, it's never awkward tension. It's just like you literally go in there. Hey man, how are you? It's good to see you. And then you just go in there and start writing music. It's really cool.
But Brian, Paul, our bass player, and Richard, our guitar player, all live together. And so we go to their house to jam. They have a room set up, but it's not a studio. That's where we do all of our writing, really.
So who's somebody I want to work with or have who's up there on the list?
Kings of Leon, Sturgill Simpson. If you are listening, let's get together. Come on.
Chris Stapleton. I would love to open up for Bob Seger this one time. My mom would freak out, dude. She would freak out. But no, I think because we also, the style of music I think we play, it's kind of older. You know, we have a lot of older fans, so I mean, I think, you know, we've done the stuff with like Whiskey Myers and Blackberry Smoke, and yeah, I mean, it's the future. I mean, yeah, Sturgill Simpson.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah. I think that will wrap up the interview. Thank you guys for being here.
Absolutely, man. Thank y'all for having us.
Definitely.